Now on BBC One, lighting up with this lot.
The ball went over his head.
Oh dear.
Problems there.
Hey, look at that! Have you ever seen anything like that? Oh. Oh!
And here comes Hurt. He's got some people are on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to They Think It's All Over. With David and Jonathan is the daughter of golfer Bernard Gallagher and the presenter of breakfast show Rise, who's on record as saying that guys who tell her she's lovely make her sick. So please welcome frumpy spinster Kirsty Gallacher. Now, Gary is away this week, so our guest captain is none other than the Republic of Ireland manager, which is great news for us, but bad news for Roy Keane's dog, which has just been kicked through the television screen. Mick McCarthy. With Mick and Rory is the snooker-playing former captain on A Question of Sport who regularly plays the game at home with his kids. It's backfiring, though. He's just dropped out of the top 10 in his own family. John Parrott. Now, incidentally, this programme has been shortlisted as Best Quiz Show at the National TV Awards. A number of shortlisted shows like to put the number up on screen so viewers can ring in and vote for them, which we think is pretty undignified. And if you wish to vote for They Think It's All Over, that phone number not to ring is 09012 700 600. We get things underway with our excuses round. David's team, his Paul McGinley's putt that clinched the Ryder Cup for our lads last weekend.
This for the Ryder Cup.
But we'd like to know Sam Torrance's excuse for his choice of international anthem for the European team, Queen's We Will Rock You. David's team.
And before we start on that, Nick, can I just say congratulations to John Major?
Yeah.
Where the hell did that come from?
Come on, all the chaps in the audience, haven't we all woken up with embarrassing curry stains down us?
Should we get back to the old question?
Yes, we could do that. It generally takes about 20 minutes.
Yeah, it takes a
Well,
while.
we're just excited. You like golf, don't you, Kirsty?
I do like golf, yeah.
Because your father was a golfer, I believe.
He is still a golfer.
Well, OK. So for you, the Ryder Cup then, us winning the Ryder Cup again, is that a big thing for you this week?
Yeah, of course it is.
And when
amazing.
And when your dad was the caddy for the team or whatever he did.
Yeah, he just caddied for him.
And was that a big day in the Gallagher household?
Yeah, it was the best day of my life. Amazing.
Well, that may have been the best day of your life, but today's not over, Kirsty.
Oh God.
So he chose We Will Rock You, did
We
he?
Will Rock You.
When I say it, sounds like an advert for a Chinese restaurant, doesn't it? I know what I always look forward to the Ryder Cup is the photograph of all the wives. Now, there's 18 holes I'd like to tackle, I tell you. Before you start, that's merely a figure of speech. Didn't one of the European golfers, didn't one of them bring his mum with them?
Sergio.
What's his mother's name?
Consuela.
And she was over, what, to sort of clean the rooms while the other wives were It's known that sometimes people come to this country in style of that level.
That's enough! What?
I'm only saying what the good ladies and gentlemen were thinking. Not all the wives are so good looking. Well, there was one that I didn't fancy. There was one in the... Oh, that won't save you here.
That makes it
I can't chat you up with David. It's like my dad's turned up at the disco 10 minutes early. Go on, why don't you go off and pretend you're in a test or something? Go on.
I'll be back in a moment.
Hey!
Sweet.
Stay right where you are.
No, but there was one of the ladies I didn't fancy so much. Quite nice breast, plain face. Colleen was her name. Colleen Montgomery. Do you know what it is, Kirsty? I think you might.
Well,
Sort of Queen,
Queens,
surely.
Americans. The Europeans saying, are the Americans a bunch of queens? Type thing.
No, not quite, no.
This is Torrance having a go at his own go. Just sort of
At his own tongue, it's correct for 3 points. David Gower, thank you. Well, I'll tell you something. Yes, the reason that Torrance gave for choosing a Queen song is that the European squad contains so many queens. His words, not ours. Tiger Woods recently pulled off this invisibility trick at the US Masters. It's how he gets into golf clubs in Alabama. Now, on previous editions of They Think It's All Over, we may have given the impression that Colin Montgomerie is a big match choker and perennial runner-up with huge wobbling breasts. We now acknowledge that Colin Montgomerie is an immensely talented, world-beating competitor with huge wobbling breasts. Mixed team, here's Ronnie O'Sullivan strolling through the World Championship quarter-finals in 1999.
52 in the frame.
Another frame gets away from John Parrott because of the superb abilities of his opponent. He now trails by 3 frames at 5-2 to Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Now, Ronnie O'Sullivan recently bought a building in Soho that is home to a number of prostitutes. We want to know Ronnie's excuse for owning a vice den. Mixed team.
I know the answer to this.
Do you?
Yeah, it's actually because Ronnie is dyslexic and he thought he was buying a warehouse.
What would a snooker player do in a brothel? Can you imagine Steve Davis in a brothel?
He'd been in one, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, she fell asleep on the bed because he was lining her up for 3/4 of an hour.
Why would you want a brothel to entertain you when you've got snooker to entertain you?
Mick, you know, I'm a bit disappointed with you. Because last time you were on this show, you were on our team. And now you're over there, and I know you've got some sort of excuse, like your grandmother was born on that side of the studio, but it doesn't wear with me. That's not good enough.
Why would he buy this property?
Dunno. Want to practice potting the pink? Oh, no, it had to be done. Come on.
No, it did not have to be done.
Brothel and snooker, you've got to say pot the pink.
No idea.
We haven't even done nudging the brown or anything, have we? It has to be done. I'm sorry, it's one of the rules of the show. You've been on Question of Sport, haven't you, quite a bit? And there's an excuses round in that. It's when Ali McCoy phones his missus.
Welcome aboard, John.
Yeah, thanks very much. I don't know.
He obviously didn't think he was buying a brothel.
What did he want it to be?
A theme brothel.
A theme brothel?
An Irish theme brothel. Dirty Nellies.
Yeah. Would you like to go down the log flume?
That's a euphemism I haven't encountered.
Any ideas over here?
We don't know.
Nope. According to the Sunday People, Ronnie O'Sullivan bought the building hoping to open a high-class lingerie shop, but had no idea it had been taken over by prostitutes until the newspaper told him. The journalist concerned promptly made his excuses and came. And at the end of that round, Mick's team have no points and David's team have 3. It's Handbags now, all about the feuds that break out between sports people. Mick, Rory and John. Your dispute concerns those former bosom pals and Republic of Ireland teammates, Roy Keane and Jason McAteer. Seen here scoring the goal that put Ireland into, and Holland out of, the World Cup playoffs.
Steve Finnan in the box now. His cross misses everyone except Jason McAteer, unmarked, and he scores, and Ireland have taken the lead. It's all over. Ireland have done it. They've reached the playoffs, and Mick McCarthy has seen his dream come true. Well done, Ireland.
So, what kicked off Keane and McAteer's dispute? Mick's team.
Speaking of which, by the way, I actually read Roy Keane's book, looked in the index, and there's no mention of you.
You're in the wrong index. You should have looked under W.
Didn't Mr.
It wasn't
Keane,
under M.
when he was angry, didn't he tell you, and I think I'm quoting correctly, he told you to stick it up your bollocks? Was that the correct quote, do you know? Because I believe that to be physically impossible. And God knows I've tried.
And so have many other people.
Actually, Shane Gary's not here because he once called Roy Keane, well, he describes Roy Keane as a talentless Irish puff. If you're watching Roy, it's Gary, not Alex Ferguson's whinging love child is what Gary calls Roy Keane.
He lives in Berkshire, by the way. Easy to find.
An overrated leprechaun shagger is what Gary calls Roy Keane. Can you add anything to that list?
I'm just beginning to wish that Gary was here, actually.
You've got a Man U player and a Scouse. There's always going to be a fight, isn't there? You're a Scouse, aren't you, John? But you're not a Liverpool, you're an Everton supporter, aren't you?
I am.
Are there any other Everton supporters in the world?
Here's one, they're good lad.
Oh, let's put his guide dog.
There's a number of things I think happened, wasn't there? But I suspect it was Jason's comments about whether he should buy his book before they met in the game. Said something about buying a Bob the Builder book for his kid.
It's correct for 3 points, Mick McCarthy. Well done. Yes, when Keane's book was published recently, McAteer enraged his former friend by saying, "I would rather buy the Bob the Builder CD for my 2-year-old. He then followed this up with a sarcastic writing mime during the Sunderland United game, and Keane retorted by wittily elbowing him in the head. Keane's book attacked his fellow United players as conceited, greedy, vain and obsessed with their appearance. David Beckham was so furious he leapt from his glass coach and slapped Keane with his otter skin gloves. One of Roy Keane's complaints in Japan was that the Ireland team diet wasn't scientific enough. As a direct result of his objections, the squad now prepare their pot noodles with Lucozade. David, Jonathan and Kirsty, your question is about the bad blood between Gary Neville, seen here mangling the Aston Villa defence last year.
Roy Keane will take the free kick, and it's gone in! Gary Neville of all people, his first goal of the season!
And Noel Gallagher, seen here mangling Oasis's latest single, Little by Little. So, why are those two at loggerheads?
Cigarettes and alcohol, that was one of their songs, and also, I believe, Mick, wasn't that the Irish training sort of diet? The Gallagher brothers, these are your brothers? And you've shaved the bit at the middle of the eye. Let's see how you look with the one big eyebrow. Look at that, there you go.
Perfect.
Hey, you know, Kirsty's not only one of the most beautiful women on the planet, she's also a talented TV presenter. And she does the video show, the video blooper show, which I watch with great regularity, although, can I be honest, I don't think the camera does you justice on that. Because I tune into You've Been Framed and you look enormous. She also presents you do the sport on Rise, the new Channel 4 breakfast show.
Yeah.
I've only seen it occasionally. That's when Mrs. Gower has it on when she's doing my eggs and bacon first.
Yeah, she mentioned it. She said the Rise on the telly was the only one you could manage in the morning.
It's fine. Go on, hit him, he's worth it.
Is it a rivalry thing? Because the Gallaghers are Man City fans.
What, and Neville's a music fan.
Hey, he's cooking on gas now.
David's like one of those rare desert flowers that blooms only once every 7 years, isn't it? And when it comes out, it's a beautiful thing to behold.
It's kind.
Don't you know this one?
I have no idea.
We have a footballing.
Go on, Mick. Do you know the answer?
No.
Oh, you useless bastard! I'm off, you're a f***ing... And yet you shut the World Cup up, you Barrett! You English gobshite!
Now, the answer is that Gary Neville contributed a guitar to a charity auction and Noel Gallagher was asked to write a message on it. He wrote, and it's his spelling, "Dear Gary, how many caps have you got for England? How many do you think you deserve? I'll tell you, none." Noel Gallagher. Kiss. Gary Neville is not the only musician in the Man United squad. Nicky Butt plays in a rock band, while Diego Forlan spends many a happy hour trying to hit a cow's arse with a banjo. Oasis were approached to write the official England World Cup song, but refused on the grounds that they're Irish. They actually come from the same part of Ireland as Mick does. England. Now, that's not to question the Gallagher brothers' Irishness, but they do think that County Down is a Channel 4 quiz show. And at the end of that round, David's team have 3 points and Mick's team have 3 points. OK, time to ask what's going on. Mixed team, look at this. So, mixed team, what was going on there?
I don't know what David was doing the last bit with his head down in his lap. That's an interesting one, wasn't it, for all the hooligans, if you do not comply. I wonder if they would they understand
comply
that?
Or face. What English supporters can understand that? Yeah,
quieten down.
Yeah.
If you
maybe
do
it
not
wasn't
comply.
English supporters, maybe it was aimed at English sheepdogs, because they shout out, comply, comply.
Aren't those Japanese fans dressed up as, you know, those Japanese police dressed up as English football hooligans, practising chanting all those English chants like, come on, England, you know, there's only one David Beckham, and head off, Heskey, you're useless, man. What accent was that, by the way?
I loved it.
You doing Roy Keane again, dude?
I presume this is Japanese riot police rehearsing for the advent of the English supporters in the World Cup.
It's basically correct for 3 points. Yes, well done. I've got to tell you, I was in Japan at the World Cup, and as you came through sort of passport control, they would give you a piece of paper. They go, English hooligan, please read this. English hooligan, please read this. English hooligan, please read this. And the best thing was that just behind me was Trevor Brooking. I didn't look at Trevor Brooking. English hooligan, please read this. David's team, take a look at this.
There, you're in. Now get in your queue.
I'm going to get 10.
Right, you
See you
are
later.
downtown.
I go, mate.
Yes, you've got me vote.
Angus the monkey.
Yes.
Is that what the Cockney prostitute said to Angus Deaton when he wanted her 50 quid?
The Cockney prostitute. Hold on, I think we know who Jack the Ripper was. I'll get those Cockney prostitutes.
Some sort of monkey election. Are they choosing a new jungle VIP?
Well, I'm the king of the swingers, ooh, jungle VIP. I've reached the top and I can't stop, and that's what's bothering me. Oh, ooh.
Sorry.
That was the sort of noise John Major would have made with it.
Let's get back to basics.
That's what they would have been saying, yeah. I'll give you family values, you dirty little mix. That's what he said. I bet you
enjoyed the European comeback.
I bet you he said, any chance up the back? She said, the lady's not for turning. He went, she is tonight. Kirsty, stop putting my name with hearts around it on your pad. Oh, yeah, oh, well, I've seen this. He was the monkey. He was the bloke who ran for local office. Was it in Hartlepool?
Yeah.
And he ran for local office dressed as a chimp. And then when he got elected, he threw the chimp suit away, like all politicians, a hypocrite.
Is the correct answer for our lawyers for 3 points. Yeah, that's the correct answer for 3 points. That was Hartlepool United's mascot, Angus the monkey, out on the hustings in May this year in his successful election campaign to become Hartlepool's new mayor. Stuart Drummond is not the only Hartlepool politician to dress up as a storybook character. Local MP Peter Mandelson has brought pleasure to many with his goblin. Some teams' mascots have become almost as famous as the teams themselves. At West Ham, there's Harry the Hammer. At Swansea, there's Cyril the Swan. And at Leeds, there's Desi the defence lawyer. And of course, at Chelsea, they have Ken the arsehole. And the score at the end of that round is David's team with 6 points and Mick's team with 6 points. Time for our teams to grab hold of the sportsman now. It's Mick and Rory first this week. Mick and Rory, off you go. Can we have our first mystery guest, please? Thank you. Take the position. OK, you have 90 seconds, and your time starts now.
Oh! Hello?
Rory, is that you I've got
I
over?
don't know. What is this?
Gary's come back. Sweep's grown anyway. Have you got your hand up his arse?
Sure. I've got my hand up his arse. No, as somebody. This is going to be what's it called?
Be a man. It's got to be the big monkey.
Hangers.
Hangers.
It's a correct answer. It's Kerry Anderson as Hangers. Well done, 3 points. David and Jonathan, could you move to your places, please? Again, 90 seconds to work out who you're gripping. OK, blindfolds on. Can we have our second mystery guest, please? Your luck's in here, Jonathan. OK, and your time starts now.
What's this? What's a pipe? Bloody hell, what's this? Hey! What have you got? I don't know. What have you got? Last time I felt this, I was in the disabled toilet. The other one was busy and I wanted to have a look around. There's a muscular arm.
Oh, there's another one.
Let's hope there's a body.
That's it.
Give us a leg up. I'm going to investigate.
We'll never get there.
Give us a leg up. I'm going up after him. Don't worry. Help is on the way. He's like half a man. There's only a little bit of him.
What I do for a ferret now?
I'll tell you what, it's harder than it looks. Hey, it's quite fun though. David, have a go. It's like... I feel like I'm at the gynecologist.
Oh no,
well, I'm stuck.
Is this our leading?
Look at that! Look at that! Wow!
Is this our leading gymnast, Nick? Is it?
Need more than that.
Hey, never mind that. I want one of these for Christmas.
Jackson, is his name Jackson?
Yes, Kurikai Jackson, well done! Very good. Very good. You've earned your money this week, sunshine.
If that display didn't impress Kirsty, then nothing will.
So it's nothing then. And at the end of that round, David's team have 9 points and Mick's team have 9 points. We stumbled to the finish line by playing the name game, and this week we'd like our teams to draw their clues. The leaders go first, which is neither team, so David's team alphabetically. Kirsty, could you pass those along to Jonathan, please? You've got 2 minutes to draw as many names as you can.
Hold on.
And your time starts now.
All right.
Pay attention. Oh, tiger. Is it a tiger? Woods. Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Just rip it off.
All right, here you go.
Go on, Montgomery.
All right, here you go.
Oh, Ian Thorpe. What is the one? Not here. Where? Ian Thorpe.
Yeah, in thoughts.
You need to Manchester United, this, what's his name? Spotty fella, these. Chadwick, yeah.
You're not in the toilet now, come on.
Is that a big enough clue for you?
Oh, Sven.
Yeah. Here we go.
Noel Gallagher.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Angus.
Yeah.
You've moved on to 16, so 8 will win it for you, Rory. 2 minutes.
Hey, buddy.
Your time starts now.
Ronaldo. Very neat, by the way. Irish. Roy Keane?
Yeah. You're all right.
Me? Emil Askey.
He's good.
Like Angus again.
Teddy Bear.
Yeah, go on, go on.
Teddy Bear. Teddy Sheringham.
Okay, sport.
You've been more like Rolf, hasn't
Tennis.
Yep.
Tim Henman.
Yeah.
Hang on, I've done the shit yet.
I'm pleased I got it before then.
So, next team have moved on to 15, but this week's winner is David's team at 16. Thanks to David, Jonathan and Kirsty, Mick, Rory and John. We're all off to visit Gary in the Priory. My name's Nick Hancock. I think it's all over. It is now.
Jonathan Ross makes no secret of his admiration of David Bowie when he presents a special live and exclusive concert with the man himself. Tomorrow night from 8 on 88 to 91 FM, BBC Radio 2. Here on BBC One, the result. Fame Academy continues in 35 minutes after the news.